It's a film with three brains. 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 It's a film with three brains.
Oh my god, you guys are freaks.
Once upon a time, or was it more recently, there was a young boy named Dodger. He was the sort of child who was always left out of things. Each day after school, Dodger works in a junk shop owned by the mysterious Captain Manzini.
Witch's broth and vampire's brew make these clothes as good as new.
Dodger has never had a family or a friend he could call his own. Until now. What's that?
They came out to help us.
Meet the Garbage Pail Kid.
Starring Nat Nerd, Windy Winston, Messy Tessie,
Give him a chance, Tangerine. You'll like it.
Alligator, Valerie Vomit, Lisa Gray,
I'm gonna get fired for this.
Foul Phil,
Nice to the toes.
The Garbage Pail Kids movie. They may not be pretty, but boy, they make great friends. Starring Anthony Newley and Mackenzie Aston. The Garbage Pail Kids movie.
Hello, welcome to the film with three brains. I am Cohen in Maplewood, New Jersey.
And I am Sean and I'm in shock with the shock of this movie. No, Sean is Wisconsin.
And it's Slimy Sam in San Francisco. Oh, it disappeared.
Slimy Sam.
Oh, you completely disappeared.
Yeah.
Slimy Sam.
On my
yeah.
desk, not by coincidence.
And,
Or
and if
by
you
coincidence.
listen to our previous episode, you know that we are talking about maybe the worst movie ever made, the Garbage Pail Kids movie.
Yeah.
Is that one of our goals today to figure out if it's the worst movie ever made?
Is that in question? I don't know. I feel like it. I mean, I was actually a little surprised just how bad it was. I thought I had seen this before, and now I'm not sure. Now that after having seen it, I mean, there was not even a hint of familiarity about it at all.
I think if you would have seen it, you wouldn't have picked it because it's so awful.
It is, but when has that ever stopped me?
Yeah, but this is like, I honestly think we could have made a better movie in 1988 or 7 than this movie.
I think our
at the
videos
age
we made
of
in high
13.
school are more enjoyable than this movie was.
It
was
more
just
cohesive,
bad.
maybe.
It was just bad. I found very little redeeming about it. Most times, a terrible movie will have something funny or interesting, some moment, anything. Mm-hmm. I think I smiled once at something the guy, the antique shop owner, said. I think
Captain Manzini.
Yeah. Otherwise, whoa. I mean, it's impressive. Yeah. It's impressive they made a movie this terrible.
It is.
This unwatchable. Like someone read that script and went, okay, let's do this. And then someone was watching like dailies and went, okay, this is going according to plan. And then it was done and they watched it and went, okay, let's release this. And at no point was anyone apparently like, no, maybe we just cut our losses here. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Well, you said you laughed once. I remember laughing at the too weird Weird Al joke. Just you don't know what I'm talking about, do you? Like they're in the state. What is it?
State home for the ugly.
For the ugly, in big letters. And then they're going too fat, too bald, and then it says too weird. And there was a guy with
That was okay.
It just caught me off guard. I was like, weirdo.
Yeah.
That's it.
Well,
that's the only time left.
We'll get to that, but I'll there's more information about that sort of thing. But anyway, Sam, what about you?
Oh yeah, I thought it was absolutely terrible, and but it brings up a lot of questions because your questions are kind of generic, like how did this get made? But the question I have is like, if you are actually making a movie, you're supposed to have an audience in mind, right? Mm-hmm. And this movie is made for nobody because it's not like. You can't have like it's one thing to be like, okay, these things are just gross and we're making fun of Cabbage Patch Kids. Like that's the origin of the Garbage Pail Kids is to kind of make fun of the Cabbage Patch Kid craze, which people were insane trying to get these dolls and to make like this trading card version of mutant versions of them. Like that's fine. And it was super successful. But if you're going to make a movie about that, then you're saying, okay, well, the people who were buying these cards were like, kids who thought this was funny, but the kids who thought this were funny were roughly age 10, right? It's like the 18-year-olds weren't like, hey, let's collect Garbage Pail Kids. And the 3-year-olds or 5-year-olds might have knew they existed, but it's a 10-year-old audience. So why is the plot of a movie for 10-year-olds going to be that this 13-year-old wants to date a 17-year-old who
he's 14, almost 15, I thought.
Okay. 14-year-old wants to date a 17-year-old who's into doing a fashion show, and one of the dolls is like talks about getting the gal all the time. Like it's totally like in such a lame stereotypic way, but made for the wrong age group. It just nothing fits. Like there's nothing cute about it. There's nothing that ever redeems any of these creatures, things at all. Like not once. And they're gross. I mean, they're just gross and weird looking. Yeah. And I think like Captain Manzini, I think was actually trying to make a real movie. He was the only one. No one else was actually trying to make a real movie. Like the bully was such a like, hey, let's get this guy off the street who can't act and have him pretend he's a bully. Yeah. Like he doesn't have muscles, doesn't have facial hair, doesn't have he has nothing. He has nothing thuggish about him.
He had gloves without fingers. He had those tough gloves that he wore in the 80s.
Yeah, and I think maybe a leather jacket
and he had leather
and a bit of a mullet.
Yeah, right. He smoked.
And God, the plot devices, like the biker, like it was like, hey, it worked in, Pee Wee Herman. Let's get the biker bar involved. Just so stupid. And the idea that things over and over.
The idea that the primary plot device is a fucking fashion show,
right,
is so bizarre. Like that's where you go with this. Yeah. Well, some teenage girl wants to have a fashion show. Right. And they sew all the clothes.
What luck that there was
what?
Right.
So you what the fuck does that have to do with anything?
Crazy creatures from outer space that should be blowing your mind that there's an alligator creature from outer space.
Right.
And you're going to just put them to work on a sewing machine. like that's the best you could do. Like, why not tour these freaks around in a carnival and get people to pay $1 to look at them? Like anything.
I hate to ask a dumb question about an even dumber movie, but when did they explain the outer space part? Was that right?
They never explain it. It's just the opening credits show a spaceship, and then that's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
Okay. So it implies that they are aliens of some sort, but it doesn't say why they're in a garbage pail, or why they have to stay in there or any of that shit.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know. I don't remember the name of the guy who wrote it or woman, I suppose, but I doubt it was a female just because it seemed too stupid for any woman to write. But I mean,
Rod Amato.
I think the weirdest part of it all is that it has no relevance to the trading cards or anything. And even the choice of the Garbage Pail Kids themselves is weird.
Very weird.
Why did they choose these 7? Mm-hmm. Why didn't they choose any of the ones that were clever or funny?
Right.
That's the only thing I was actually looking forward to is when they got to the State Home for the Ugly, that they would see more Garbage Pail Kids. I was like, oh, I'll see the rest of them, right?
Right. You see them all, and you don't see any.
Yeah, because a bunch of them are like monsters. And if you use monsters, you can actually make a movie with monsters.
Yeah. So it's interesting that there was another director attached to this originally, and he wanted to make a straight horror movie. And the premise was much better. Which was there's like toxic slime in a garbage can filled with broken dolls.
Okay.
And sort of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle style, brings the broken dolls to life because they're all fucked up, and they go on a kill crazy rampage.
That would have been better. Anything would have been better.
Anything at all, yes.
I just want to let you know that Wikipedia has a page. Well, this won't surprise you that Wikipedia has pages.
Yeah.
But one of them is a list of the 20th century films considered the worst.
Yeah.
Starting from way back in the 1930s, going up. Reefer Madness is on there. Mommy Dearest is on there.
Mommy Dearest?
Mommy Dearest?
That's not a bad movie.
Anyway, 1986. These movies are in a row here. Howard the Duck. 1987, Ishtar. 1987, Leonard Part 6.
Ooh.
I admit I was to blame. I wanted to see that.
I remember that.
One of the few that's on you and not Cohen, huh?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
The next one, 1987, Garbage Pail Kids movie.
Yeah, indeed.
And I'm afraid that Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 2 was going to get picked at some point. Because that's next on the list.
Yeah.
And then Mac and Me is... yeah.
I was just telling my wife about the Paul Rudd, Conan O'Brien, Mac and Me meme thing. Do you guys know about that? About how Paul Rudd for 20 years, every time he went on Conan, he was there to promote a movie. He'd be like, "Yeah, I brought a clip from my movie," and then they're like, "All right, roll it," and then it would be the same scene from Mac and Me where a kid in a wheelchair goes over the cliff. Every single time.
I do remember that now. And even Conan was like, "You're not going to do it this time, are you?" And he'd do it again.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Anyway, at least Mac and Me has that.
Yeah.
You know, that redeeming quality. The Garbage Pail Kids movie doesn't even have that.
That horror idea at least explains why they had this whole Pandora's box theme working up.
For sure.
Because I was sort of with it for a little while. I was like, okay, spooky thing. I mean, not really, but at least the plot wise, I was like, okay, I think I know what's happening here, because you don't want to let them out. They happen to get out, and then we're worried about getting back in. But then, when they got out, not much happens right away.
Right.
And they don't. No one seems that worried about it either.
It seemed like someone perhaps was like, "All right, let's make a Garbage Pail Kids movie. Let's just sort of lift Gremlins. We'll just take Gremlins. We'll replace them with Garbage Pail Kids." Mm-hmm. And then halfway through the movie, they're like, "Nah." Let's abandon that.
Yeah,
we've already shot half of it, sticking to that sort of basic structure. But let's just do fashion show. Go with a fucking fashion show. I'll never stop being amazed by that decision. It's so weird. It's so bizarre. Just like, we're gonna have a fashion show. It's gonna be such a big hit.
Yeah, that was one of the moments that genuinely surprised me. I was already in shock, but then when they broke out in a song, when they started making clothes, I was like, oh, and it's a musical too.
Yeah, right. Like,
yes.
What?
And it's not good.
Yeah.
Surprise, surprise, the music is really, really bad.
Yeah. So what you said earlier about the Weird Al joke, that was funny. I read a little factoid about it. So the guy who did the production design is I don't know if he did production design or he's a makeup guy or an effects guy who's got a pretty impressive resume. He's done real movies, some good movies. And he sort of, I guess he's a production designer who sort of designed all the sets. And the director, whose name
all three,
was super happy and really enjoyed them, because, especially the bar, because the production designer just like put way more effort into his job than anyone else did on this movie.
Whoops, sorry.
And he just filled the background with details and funny little bits here and there, like the Weird Al thing, you know. And like there's homages to other movies he's worked on, like Ghoulies and the original Troll.
Oh.
And there's all kinds of stuff going on in the background that the director really enjoyed and was tickled by. And if you pay attention, I actually watched. So my wife has this on DVD, but I think it's some kind of bootleg. It was like it looked terrible. It was so terrible that I had a hard time seeing anything in the background at all, because it was so. It looked like someone made 50 copies of a VHS tape and then took that 50th copy and made a DVD copy of it, and then I watched that. So I had a hard time.
You really missed out.
I had a hard time seeing what was going on. Everything was kind of dark and pixelated, and you know, I don't know. But I guess if there's any redeeming value, that could be it. I don't know. I missed it all because I couldn't see it, but I was reading about it. It went into it in a little bit of detail, and it sounded like, oh, okay, something. Not worth sitting through 90 minutes of that movie, but whatever. I also read that William Zabka was almost Juice. I guess he was like...
He would have elevated the whole thing.
Yeah. He was just about to... Like, they had basically offered to him, and he like verbally said yes or something, and then backed out at the last minute or something.
He wanted to have a film career after this.
Which it turns out he didn't really.
Not much.
You know, not for a number of years until basically the Cobra Kai series came out. Right. Yeah, it would have been better with him. I mean, Mackenzie Aston is a busy dude. His whole, you know, he's always been working. I mean, he's in stuff. You know,
okay.
He's in stuff right now. He's in The Pit. He's in the show, the golfing show with Owen Wilson. You know, like, and a whole bunch of other stuff. He has been consistently working for years. But I mean, he's not really given much to do in this. Whatever, you know.
No.
If you hadn't said that, I wouldn't have realized that I have definitely seen him. He like as an adult, he looks like. I mean, I get it. Like, oh yeah, I have seen him because he's not bad.
No, he's fine.
And his dad, John Aston, said he shouldn't do this movie. It's a bad idea.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's not his fault. No, I don't think so. He's not amazing, but he also doesn't like let them down on any particular line.
He's 1,000% better than like Juice. Like wherever they found
way
that guy.
Better than Juice.
Oh my gosh! Wow.
And his whole crew. I mean,
yeah,
yes,
all of them just terrible. The girl who plays Tangerine is fine. She's actually a pretty famous telenovela actress, I guess.
Oh.
I don't know, but yeah. And the guy, I think the guy who plays Captain Manzini is a working actor, or been in stuff. I think I was going to look him up and I forgot. He was fine. Again, he was fine. Like, he's convincing. He can deliver a line, and it's believable.
He probably had the best name in the whole movie. Like, all the names are just horrible. Dodger, Tangerine. Yeah. Like, what? Yeah. What are we doing here?
Yeah. Juice. Yeah.
But like, there should be a name like Dodger. There should be it sounds like a nickname. There should be a story behind it, a reason for it. He's good at dodging or something. I don't know. Something. Yeah. Give us something.
Yeah. Just add it to the list of weird decisions that we were making this terrible, terrible movie. I was also reading about, I guess it predates the Razzie Awards because it was up for like what they called, I forgot, something generic like terrible movie awards or something. And it lost to Spaceballs.
What?
And I was like, what?
That can't be right.
Spaceballs is way better than this.
Oh yeah, no kidding, 1,000%.
It's 2,000%.
Was it that poorly? Spaceballs is that poorly received when it came out? I mean, I know we've.
It says Golden Raspberry Awards in 1988, and it has worst new star, worst original song, worst visual effects. And then it's also 88. It's nominated for Stinker's Bad Movie Awards, whatever that is.
That one, yeah.
Okay. So.
Stinkers.
And then they almost decided to do a remake. Or, sorry, a reboot.
A reboot? Really?
2012, Michael Eisner's Tornante Company. They had plans to finance and develop a feature film based on it. Oh, because he purchased the Topps trading card in 2007.
Oh.
So I guess they had the IP at that point. So they're like, okay, well, maybe we can do something with this.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if someone tries to resurrect it, just given how popular Barbie was. And I don't know, like Masters of the Universe seems to be doing pretty well overall. I don't know what else is out there right now. But I mean, there's no reason you can't make a watchable movie out of it.
Sure.
I mean, just do everything different than they did.
Well, I mean, that's kind of true for every bad movie,
I suppose. Yeah.
But it's what's profound about this is how, like, most movies have some issues, because we've yet to have Sean D happy for an entire review. And
That's true.
You know, but it's weird how many bad things line up on this. Like, you could have like, there's some movies that have like a horror movie that's like somewhat decent plot or whatever, and you're like, okay, but I don't really like the way the main bad guy looks because his face is too plastic or whatever, you know, like we've done this. We've had dolls come alive, and here it's like they've got this, they're supposed to be live, but they're suffering this uncanny valley, which, like, you'll never like them because their faces don't move right. They don't like it's like, why did they bother? What were they going for? Because it's like they move, their facial expressions move a little bit, their voices don't go with how their mouth is moving. It's just like, it doesn't work. So you're like, okay, so we have, you know, the stars of the film, their outfits don't work. And then you're like, okay, but at least we have good jokes. And like, no, we don't have good jokes. we're gonna forget timing as part of humor, so we're just gonna like fart and belch all the time with no comedic effect. It's like, hey, you took like the easiest funny thing, which is a well-timed fart, and ruined it. Like, that takes that takes an effort for us. God dang it. No, seriously, man, I'd be like right now, and you guys would be like, oh, that's great, you know, like pull my finger, you know, you're like, but we're over the internet, doesn't matter, you know, like you could make jokes about farts constantly. Like, every year I go to the comedy competition, I'm like, the person who goes under the belt the most is gonna be one of the people who is one of the final people, you know, 5 to possibly win the award every time.
Below the belt, joke wise.
Yes.
Is that what you meant?
Okay. Every time you start talking about, you get in the farts, the poop, genitalia, the audience, no matter what age they are, still fall for it every time. And they ruined it on this. They did it totally wrong. It doesn't even like even the pee didn't make sense. Like, this thing has jeans on and the pee's going out as a stream instead of coming down the leg. You're like, what? It doesn't make sense.
Was it coming out as a stream? That's one of the things I was wondering about. Like, why do they keep doing this sight gag that we barely see?
They just show the shoe,
jeans, and like, there's a shoe again,
in a stream of water.
I think there's a puddle there. I don't.
Right. Well, anyway, so the juvenile jokes are so poorly done, you don't even laugh when you would normally be like, laugh. Like, I mean, how many times, like, Bart Simpson or like Homer burp or whatever, and you go for it every time, and they ruined it. So you got horrible costumes that don't move right. So you got the jokes that don't work. You have this crazy plot line that you already mentioned, that like, hey, you have creatures from outer space, that you also have this the genie out of the bottle, Pandora's box thing that you totally ignore. You put them to work on sewing machines, and their idea of escaping and causing havoc is to go to a movie theater, just like Gremlins, but this time they just take people's food and get yelled at. Like, it's just like bizarre. Like, none of it makes sense. So the idea that you're right, that somewhere along the line there was no one who was like, wait, can we have like one cohesive element? Like, I would have thought that in 1987 that there would have been people sitting on the street corners outside of movie production studios who would have for free gone over this script and made it better. Like, push aside, Jewel with her guitar and pick the next guy who was sitting there with 50 scripts in his hand, all of his ideas that he could never sell, and he would have rewrote this better than this.
Yeah.
The craziest thing is that it did make money. The budget's $1 million. The box office was 1.6.
Yeah, because they got suckered the first week.
Yeah, right.
Well, the opening weekend, and then once people realize it's dog shit, we're like, oh.
Yeah. Well, Sam, that's what I'm curious about. You have the card. You have more affiliation with this than we do.
No. Okay, the only reason I have this card, I got this card with you. You don't remember. This was at Burning Man in 2000. And some guy was giving away all these cards because he broke up with his girlfriend and she left behind her garbage pail collection. It was like a trapper. It was like a trapper keeper filled with garbage pail kid cards. And they all had their own little sleeve, just like people do with baseball cards. And he was giving them away. And he's like, "What's your name?" I'm like, "Sam." And he's like, "Here you go." And that was it. So it's been sitting on my desk ever since.
That's crazy.
Keeper of lost things, I guess.
I just looked it up. I was curious. The Garbage Pail Kids complete set of cards, 82 cards, is listed on eBay right now for $5,000. And just looking at the very top page of the kids, like the names, it's like, there's Nasty Nick, who's a vampire. Junk Fu John is a baby who just eats garbage. Up Chuck, which is like when the vomit one. There's Art Apart, whose limbs keep falling off, which that's a visual thing that could have been funny. Mm-hmm. Dead Ted's a zombie who maybe eats brains. I don't know. Fry and Brian is like a convict being in an electric chair. Stormy Heather is being struck by lightning. There's Atom Bomb, whose head is exploding. And Booze and Bruce, who's a drunk baby. Any one of those would be better than what they used.
They did have a baby, right? What was the baby?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
They introduced him twice, and I still don't remember him.
Yeah. Yeah, like any one of those would have wreaked far more havoc overall. Sort of playing into the Pandora's box shit than the thing they did.
Mm-hmm.
It's just odd.
Yeah, the horror thing would have worked for me because I probably will have nightmares about some of those faces already.
Yeah,
like some of the eyeballs are just too freaky to look at, and then whoever the snot, who's the girl that has the snot or whatever, but she was. But that said, I think last time we were like, oh, it's just a gross movie, and I was thinking, oh, it's going to be lots of goop and just stuff all over the place, and there really wasn't that much grossness.
Yeah,
it was like, oh, the sewer water, they're garbage pail kids, and and there was some snot and some of this, but like Alligator was like, he finally ate one of the eyeballs. I was happy about that. I'm like, good, finally he eats one. Keeps carrying around his little lunchbox of treats, and he never eats one. Those are the kinds of things I was worried about.
Yeah,
during this movie.
Well, apparently the effects designer John Carl Buechler suggested that it's more fun to watch the film without the sound on. Just imagine what's going on.
Are those 7? Are they even actual Garbage Pail Kids?
Oh, now you're looking at them all?
Yeah. Which would make sense why they're so stupid if they couldn't use the real ones.
They didn't have a licensing?
For whatever bizarre reason.
That can't be right.
No, I think this is...
Topps Chewing Gum is a production company.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like... I just went through, I mean, I don't know, I'm on eBay, so I don't know how many cards there were. This says 82 cards, it says it's all, I went through them all, I didn't see any of the characters that were in the movie. In fact, there's one called Lizard Liz.
Yes.
Oh.
Who's very similar to the alligator bullshit.
Right.
Oh, which is weird. There's Nerdy Norm, but what was the nerd one in the movie?
Cast we got. Jeez, I don't. We got Greaser Valerie Vomit, Alligator, Foul Phil, Nat Nerd is the one you're thinking of.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then, Wendy Winston. Wendy is the farty guy, I guess. Messy Tessie. It's the snotty one.
Google claims that they are Messy Tessie Vomiter Greg. Was that? That's
Valerie Vomit is the one we had, but
yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know. Well,
and then they made that choice of like, oh, he's going to talk to Alligator because he's the leader of the group.
Right.
He's setting a bad example.
Yeah.
So then it becomes more paternal. It's like, okay, well, we care about these guys. And then they try to jam in the theme of, well, everyone's beautiful or not everyone's beautiful, but like, it doesn't matter. Like, we're too obsessed with fashion, apparently, and appearances or something. I don't know what it's a weak theme to begin with, but it was just buried in all the other crap going on. Well, I mean, the whole idea that he is infatuated with this weird. I mean, the first thing we see is him getting chased by bullies. And was she even part of that scene? Like, how do we know when Tangerine comes into the picture? Like, it's just I think she was right there
towards the end. Towards the end of that scene.
So you're obsessed with this girlfriend of the guy that beats you up? I mean, it's a weird choice. I guess. I don't know. It's hard to say anything's weird in this movie.
Well, it's strange how they go away from the kids and focus, and then all of a sudden becomes the focus of the movie is him hanging out with this girl who's too old for him.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy, the website Alternate Ending has a review of this movie that was done in 2019, and they have a line that's worth repeating.
Yeah.
The film is only 100 minutes long, but every one of them is an agony to get through, offering no pleasure, no hint of good humor, and nothing that's merely boring as opposed to excruciating. Calling this one of the worst movies ever is insufficient. It's barely a movie at all. More like a calculated exercise how the worst impulses and worst execution can combine to be one of the most dismal assaults on human dignity ever perpetrated by motion pictures. Well said.
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's hard to exaggerate about. If someone was like, "Well, it can't be that bad," well, you got to watch it.
Yeah.
But is it okay? So whether or not, I mean, it sounds like we're all going with it is the worst movie we've ever seen, pretty much, more or less, unless we come up with something better.
I mean, without really thinking about it, I can't think of anything worse than this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, my follow-up is, if it's the worst movie, or even if it's not, can you possibly say this is so bad it's good? Because is it almost too bad to be a so bad it's good kind of thing?
Yeah.
Because there's no good.
It's like the bad is not enjoyable bad.
Right.
It's just bad.
Right. Because so bad
Like,
it's
we've
good
gone
means you
past-
laugh at how bad it is, at how stupid it is, or whatever.
Yeah.
Like that has been done. This is not it.
Yeah.
Does it take more like a little bit of self-awareness to be a So Bad It's Good movie? Like, you're making a kind of a
not
weird
necessarily.
movie?
I think it
No?
helps, but it's not necessary. I don't think.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know. Do you think when they made The Room that Tommy Wiseau movie, he was not making it, I don't think, to be so bad it's good.
No,
he was not.
But it ended
but
up.
also, that's like, I feel like that's a slightly different category because like The Room wasn't made by a studio. It wasn't made for theatrical release. It was made by an eccentric dipshit who doesn't know how to make a movie.
Okay.
This was like, had a studio backing it, got a theatrical release. Someone thought it would make money. Someone thought it was a real movie, I guess.
And they put $1 million into it, which is more than a lot of other successful movies.
Yeah.
So, okay, then you go to like Battlefield Earth.
This is way worse than that.
Yep.
Yeah, but Battlefield Earth, I think at this point, for some people, is so bad it's good.
Kind of.
That they ridicule it,
Yeah. But Battlefield Earth has a good premise and is based on a book that's actually quite good. It's just
a bad movie.
Horrendous adaptation. Poor creative choices across the board.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I mean, I don't know. This is... Oof.
Mm-hmm.
It's a tough watch. I mean, it's pretty amazing that anyone came out of this with a career intact. I don't think that would be the case today. Maybe in the 80s, it was a little more forgiving, I guess. Maybe not. I don't know. But if this came out today, like anyone involved with it, I feel like they'd just be done.
Yeah.
I mean, this was the last movie this director ever made, but he was old already. And
yeah, he's passed now, so we don't have to worry about insulting him.
Yeah.
Would you like to make fun of dead people?
No, but I'd rather they not know about it.
The ultimate behind their back.
Yeah. I found the musical score to be like in today's terms, it was like AI created a score based on every 80s movie they'd ever seen kind of thing. It was utterly generic, completely obvious, and just like, ugh. Every time I thought I noticed the score, I was like, Jesus, ugh. You know, I don't know. It felt, I don't know, just created by committee kind of thing or something. I don't know.
It was just super basic.
Just
the same instrumentation all the time.
Yeah.
Yes.
The same. Yeah. And then that was a weird moment when at the end, Captain Manzini is like, "Whoa, you know your theme?" You're like, he basically calls out their theme music as like something we're supposed to know about. Like we can hear it. Like, oh, I didn't know we were supposed to be able to hear that or not. It's really hard to tell if they're like, if that's part of. We can hear them singing. Okay, that makes sense. But why would we hear their theme music when they popped out? I mean, that doesn't make sense. But then he's like, I'll play it backwards, and then we're like, okay, whatever.
Freddy is the devil.
You said when we did Flash Gordon, you had a little THC seltzer, and you said that enhanced your experience. There is not enough seltzer on the planet to make this watchable.
I know. And in fact, when I right before I watched this, I thought, oh, maybe I should have a THC seltzer, and then I was like, nah, I didn't. There was no reason. I just didn't. And you're right. I don't think it would have helped. I think it might have made it worse.
Well, you don't want to ruin THC seltzers for you.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want that association. All right, should we move on? Have we dedicated enough time to this turkey?
Yeah.
All right, whose pick is next?
I believe that would be me.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I had to pull us out of the gutter.
Oh, thank God.
And I'm the guy that's probably most likely to do it, or at least try. But in my own special way, I had to pick 1, an old movie, 2, a movie I have not seen, and 3, what was my other thing? I don't know. I mean, it's
1976.
Yep, 78. And I'm going to give you this genre.
Okay.
This might give it away to Cohen. We'll see. It has to be considered a Western. And I know I'm not seen it, but I know enough about it to know it's a Western.
Is it Zardoz?
Zardoz.
Are you not familiar with Zardoz?
I think I know Zardoz.
Oh, you got to look it up.
Is it a comedy?
It is not a comedy. It's a drama.
When you say it has to be considered a Western, does that
mean
I'm
just
it's
saying,
up for debate?
I'm just saying I don't know if it's more Western than drama, or it's.
Maybe
it's
Clint
not a comedy.
Eastwood again?
It's not Clint.
Okay.
Because I've seen most of Clint's Westerns, but 78. It's well known. Actor would give it away. Director would probably give it away to Cohen.
Is it
what
a
else can I say
Sergio
about it?
Leone movie?
No, but you're on the right track, and it's supposed to be visually interesting or visually.
Is it Heaven's Gate?
Good. No, because that's supposed to be an all-time bad, over-budget movie.
Yeah,
but we're getting closer here.
I thought you were pulling this out.
Yeah.
Pulling this out? Yeah, no. Wait, you don't know. You never know.
Is it Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid?
No, but that's
earlier. I would have. That would have been a great one.
Yeah,
I'm ready for that soon.
Butch Cassidy's too early, I think, for us. Isn't Butch Cassidy like 72 or 74?
Oh, you're right.
I think
it's
you're
too
right.
old.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah. I don't know.
Okay, well, let's
Westerns
go with
in 78.
You want actor or director? Lead actor or let me go with female co-star or female lead.
Okay.
Brooke Adams. If that doesn't do anything for you, then I'll go with the director. Oh, you know Brooke Adams? I had never heard of Brooke Adams.
No.
Director Terrence Malick. Lead actor Richard Gere.
Oh,
you know him.
Oh, wait, isn't that?
Say it.
Wait, didn't I? Wait.
You said Heaven's Gate, which I kind of confuse these two.
Yeah, the Heaven part's
very,
right.
very close. Yep.
Days of Heaven?
Yep, yeah. Days of Heaven.
Okay, I think that's actually what I was thinking when I said Heaven's Gate.
Okay.
Wait, Heaven's Gate is...
I still haven't seen Heaven's Gate either.
Days of Heaven.
I thought that was,
Heaven's Gate were the people who had the Nikes on and drank the Kool-Aid.
The Kool-Aid. Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, Heaven's Gate is a Michael Cimino movie that he made after The Deer Hunter and it bankrupted the studio.
Right.
And yeah, Days of Heaven was Terrence Malick's second movie, I think, or something.
We'll find out. I'm not too familiar with his work.
I've seen it. It's been a while. The only thing I remember is that Richard Gere has a really great line.
Oh, okay.
Funny
there we
joke.
go. One good line.
And
that's all it takes.
I'll bring it up next time.
Yeah. We'll see if we can pick it out. It's available on Pluto TV with ads, or if you happen to sign up for it, I guess you can not watch ads, but it's also for rent everywhere. But I think it's like $5 or $6. I don't know. I'm going to watch it on Pluto.
Indeed.
I might sign up just to skip the ads.
I have an MP4 of it too.
Okay,
you guys.
Well, gentle listeners and viewers, we will try to redeem ourselves from the garbage.
Yeah,
if it's possible,
if we can.
You know, it's tough because we usually we make our episodes with our audience member in mind, and I feel like picking this one might have lost our sole listener.
Lost our one listener.
Pared it down to
oops.
Back at 0.
Yeah, talk about your old time misfire.
But I mean, did it do what you wanted? Did it accomplish what you wanted? As far as diving into this.
I mean, it satisfied my curiosity, I suppose, in that I couldn't remember it at all, and I was curious if it was as terrible as everyone seems to say it is, or I mean, as its legacy implies. And we answered that question. The answer is yes.
Answer is resounding yes.
The awesome thing is that no matter what Days of Heaven is, it will be better than this.
Yeah.
Couldn't possibly be right. You hit rock bottom. The only way to go is up.
Yeah.
Thanks. I have perspective when I tune in to this next one.
And ironically, this was our best episode.
I know. It's weird.
Worst movie, best episode. Yeah.
Go figure.
Best episode yet. All right.
Oh boy.
Well, you guys are welcome. But the good news is that I'll never pick a movie this bad again because it's not possible. Doesn't mean I shouldn't try.
But you'll try. I know it's coming. You'll be, because I looked through that list and I was like, oh, one of these worst movies of all time list has Jim Cotta on it. And I'm like,
oh, well, that's on my list.
I know it's on your list. So
indeed it is.
Yeah.
Someday.
Yeah. But some of the things are this is why we have to do this, because I saw a list of like movies so bad they're good by someone who is much younger than us, and they had Top Gun on there.
What?
And I was like, what? No, that's a movie that's actually good. It's so good it's good. Like, yeah, it's cheesy.
But it's on.
But it was good at the time of it, and it's also probably still. We haven't reviewed it yet. We'll find out. But not next week. Next week it's Days of Heaven.
That's right. Yeehaw.
All right, indeed. I'm out of here. It's killed me. Can't even rhyme anymore.
Oh,
he's lost. He's broken.
The Garbage Pail Kids movie broke you. I'm sorry.
Oh,
right,
yes.
Till next time.
Thanks for listening.
Bye.
Thanks for sticking it out.
It's the Fun with Me Brains.
Should we wade into this turd?